Test, test. Welcome to Rideau Carleton Raceway this Saturday morning, March 15th. We'd like to thank all the horse people and staff helping put together our card of 9 qualifiers this morning. And we'd like to thank the viewers joining us online. Horses have come on track for the first of the 9 qualifiers. It's a group of 8 trotters. We're not doing formal post parades, but the field is the 1 Last Try for Jerome Lombard. The 2 Drink Like Henry has a change of driver from William Waugh to Ryan Guy. The 3 is Sensi Amnesia for Marie-Claude Auger. The 4 is Saturday, who will qualify without Lasix for Guy Gagnon. 5 CrossFit also goes without Lasix. William Waugh drives. The 6 is Cadillac, qualifying for Stéphane Pouliot. The 7 CS Gold Policy, also qualifying without Lasix for Michel Legacy. And on the outside will be the 8, The Magic of Life for Robbie Robinson. It's a beautiful day in the Ottawa area, already 3 degrees Celsius outside and clear skies. The 8 trotters will be headed behind the gate momentarily for the first of the 9 qualifiers. And the starter has called the field for qualifier number 1. The 1 is Last Try, Jerome Lombard. The 2, Drink Like Henry for Ryan Guy. 3, Sensi Amnesia, Marie-Claude Auger. 4, Saturday, Guy Gagnon. 5, CrossFit, William Waugh. 6, Cadillac, Stéphane Pouliot. 7, CS Gold Policy, Michel Legacy. And the 8, The Magic of Life for Robbie Robinson. They're gradually getting in line. The trotters are on the turn with Sensi Amnesia and Saturday, the first to have their noses on the gate. The rest gradually getting in position as the starting gate turns on to the Rideau backstretch. They're approaching the start. They're off and trotting. It's a staggered start and an early break from CS Gold Policy. Making front right away is Saturday for Guy Gagnon, leading by a length and a half over Sensi Amnesia, who sits second. There's a battle on right now for third in the 2 wide path, and moving up into second, Cadillac. And on his outside, caught 3 wide, advancing into third early. That's The Magic of Life. This field is led by Saturday to the opening opening quarter, and he is getting there in 29-2 under a first over challenge, which now makes front for new leader. That is Cadillac. Cadillac up front, sitting second. That's Saturday. Then it's back to the Magic of Life, followed by Sensi Amnesia. Behind that one, we've got Drink Like Henry as they head into the turn. Last Try follows, and then at the back of the pack, that's William Waugh with CrossFit, and gapped out after the early break, CS Gold Policy. They reach the halfway point in 59-4, a 30-2 second panel, and this field is currently led by Cadillac, and Stefan Pouliot out there by about 2 lengths over next closest. Saturday, stalking from the pocket and tightening up, following from third, a length and a half behind him. The Magic of Life on best behavior today, and here comes a first over move now. Saturday has stepped out to challenge Cadillac past 3/4, 1:30-3, and there's also movement coming from the back of the field, a 3-wide brush from Drink Like Henry as they turn for home. The lead of Cadillac has evaporated as Saturday has claimed the front for Guy Gagnon, charging for second. That looks to be Drink Like Henry, about 3 lengths in arrears. A tight battle for third up the inside. It looks like Sensi Amnesia may have been fourth behind Last Try. 2 minutes and 2/5. We have the rundown for the first qualifier of the day. 1, Last Try, finished third for Jerome Lombard. 2, Drink Like Henry, was second for Ryan Guy. 3, Sensi Amnesia, finished fourth. 4, Saturday, was the winner of the qualifier for trainer Mandy Archer. Driver Guy Gagnon, owner Jamie Copley with co-owner Kimberly Eaton. Saturday, a 4-year-old bay gelding by Muscle Mass out of Spirit of Casey. 5, CrossFit, was 7th. 6, Cadillac, finished 5th. 7, CS Gold Policy, was 8th after the early break and will need to qualify again. And the 8, the Magic of Life, finished 6th from the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 3-2-4-1-7-5-8-6. The fractions were 29 and 2 to the quarter, 59 and 4 at the half, 1:30 and 3 at 3/4, 2 minutes and 2/5. The winning qualifier for Saturday. Saturday coming into Rideau Carleton after making 3 starts this season already at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Qualifier number 2 is coming up next. There are a few changes to this field of pacing mares. The 2, T.H. Rita Lou, changed the driver from Guy Gagnon to Marie-Claude Auger. Marie-Claude Auger will drive number 2, T.H. Rita Lou. The 6, Big Cheddar, changed the driver from Guy Gagnon to Robbie Robinson on the 6, Big Cheddar. And 7, Rhonda Dulac is scratched. So it's a field of 6 mares, fillies and mares, on the pace coming up in the second of 9 qualifiers. Just a correction regarding the first qualifier. Number 7, CS Gold Policy, will not have to qualify again. He did make a break early this morning, but he did settle down and catch the field, and he had a flat line in his most recent start, so no need to qualify again for the 7 CS Gold Policy. We apologize for the error. The fillies and mares are on track for the second qualifier of the day. The 3-year-old fillies, there were 2 of them this race, are starting from the inside. The one is Wicked Tour, being driven by trainer Jeff Taylor. She's a 3-year-old McWicked filly, making her first qualifying effort. The 2 is the other 3-year-old filly by Danson Lou, T.H. Rideau, and note the driver change there from Guy Gagnon to Marie-Claude Auger. This is her second qualifier. She was 3rd by 7.5 lengths in her first ever qualifier. That was March 8th here at Rideau Carleton. The 3 is CB Caper, qualifying for the second time since March 8th when she finished 5th for Ryan Guy back in the bike here. The 4 is Fancy Lettering, coming in from Woodbine Mohawk Park. She has a couple of wins there and in fact has not missed the exactor this season. Fancy Lettering, owned by John McMillan, who also trains and drives. She's the 4. Great to see you on track, John. The 5 is DA Temptation for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. And she's making her first qualifying attempt. This is her comeback after being scratched December 8th of last year. Scratched sick. The 6 is Big Cheddar. Note the driver change to Robbie Robinson. She's on the outside here and qualifying after a 3rd place finish in her Rideau qualifier March 8th. Scratch the 7, Rhonda Dulac. The starter has called the filly and mare pacers. They're lining up now. 1 is Wicked Tour for Jeff Taylor. 2, T.H. Rideau, Marie-Claude Auger. 3, CB Caper, Ryan Guy. 4, Fancy Lettering, John McMillan. 5, DA Temptation, Guy Gagnon. 6, Big Cheddar, Robbie Robinson. And 7, Rhonda Dulac is scratched. They're on the turn and headed towards the backstretch for the start of our second qualifier this Saturday morning. They're all lined up. Wicked Tour, a couple of lengths behind the others as the gate turns on the backstretch. They're off and pacing. It's a staggered start with speed from the outside. DA Temptation and Big Cheddar both leaving like a team and now sticking a neck in front. That's DA Temptation for Guy Gagnon, who is settling for second as Big Cheddar moves on for Robbie Robinson to take control. She's about a length ahead of next closest, DA Temptation, en route to the opening quarter. It's a couple of lengths back to 3rd. That's where you'll find CB Caper in the early going. 28-3, a brisk opening quarter, and they are led down the stretch the first time by Big Cheddar, keeping just ahead of DA Temptation, who's sticking with her. It's 3 lengths back to 3rd. CB Caper, a gap of about 4 back to 4th for Fancy Lettering, who is stalked closely by T.H. Rideau, and then it's about a 6-length gap back to the first-time qualifier Wicked Tour. They are spaced out into a couple of different groups en route to the halfway point. 59-2, the clocking for our leader at the moment. It's a confident-looking Big Cheddar getting there first, and she is still stalked from the pocket by DA Temptation. It's still about 2.5 lengths back to 3rd, where you'll find CB Caper, and tightening up now from 4th, but still a good 3 lengths back there. That is John McMillan with Fancy Lettering. They reach 3/4 in 1:29.1, and again they have bunched up quite a bit. Losing contact at the back is Wicked Tour. Under pressure now on the lead, Big Cheddar is facing the pocket-popping DA Temptation, who is heading her down the lane. Also a move up the inside from CB Caper, and a wide charge from Fancy Lettering up the inside. It's a mild upset thwarted. DA Temptation holds on over CB Caper. Close for 3rd. Big Cheddar versus Fancy Lettering, 2 minutes and 3/5. We have the race 2 rundown for you from our second qualifier of the day here for the filly and mare Pacers. Number 1, Wicked Tour, finished 6th and will have to qualify again, losing contact at the back of the field in her first ever qualifier. The 2, T.H. Rita Lou, finished 5th. 3, CB Caper was 2nd. 4, Fancy Lettering was 4th. 5, D.A. Temptation was the winner in her seasonal return for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. She's a 5-year-old bay mare by Sports Rider out of Tabou Sealster, owned by Pierre-Yvan Mondu Incorporated. The 6, Big Cheddar, was 3rd for Robbie Robinson. And 7, Ronde du Lac was scratched. So from the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 6-5-2-4-1-3 scratch. The fractions were 28-3 to the quarter, 59-2 at the half, 129-1 at 3/4, 2 minutes and 3/5 the qualifying time for number 5, D.A. Temptation. Back on the pace for qualifier number 3 coming up next. There were a few changes there. The 2, Full Horse, change the driver from Paul Laframboise to Ryan Guy on the 2, Full Horse. Scratch the 3, Sunshine Love. And also scratch the 7, Early Action. So it's going to be 5 Pacers coming up in the 3rd qualifier. Because we're not doing post parades, I'll just introduce you to the field. The 1 is Monty's Gone Marble for trainer-driver John McMillan. He's coming in from Woodbine Mohawk Park, where he last raced on December 27th, finishing 6th. The 2, Full Horse, will qualify without Lasix. He was scratched at Rideau Carleton last July 7th due to weather and hasn't raced since then. But he had an impressive record last season with 4 wins from 13 starts. And he was one of Canada's fastest pacers on a 5/8 mile track of 2024 with a lifetime best of 1:50-4 taken right here at Rideau Carleton. The 4, Get Your License Liam, will qualify without Lasix for trainer Vic Putty, driver William Waugh. 5, Time to Dancing is back from Woodbine Mohawk Park for trainer-driver Stéphane Pouliot. He finished 2nd in his most recent start there to Beach and Lindy on January 13th. The 6, Carson Star Choice, returns for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. He has been on the shelf since December 15th when he finished 4th in his most recent start. One of the more consistent pacers when he came to Rideau Carleton last season for Guy Gagnon. He racked up 14 wins from 45 starts. That's the 6, Carson Star Choice. And again, a couple of scratches here as the pacers are coming on the track from the backstretch. Scratch the 3, Sunshine Love, and the 7, Early Action. Thanks again to those of you joining us online or in person. You're always welcome to visit Rideau Carleton for the qualifiers on Saturday mornings to watch trackside or take it in from Mr. Lucky's. They have a good breakfast at Mr. Lucky's. And great vantage points for the live racing, which returns to Rideau Carleton the evening of Sunday, March 23rd, 6:30 p.m. post time. We really hope you can join us for that. The starter has called the pacers for the start of our third qualifier this morning. From the inside out there, the 1, Monty's Gone Marble for John McMillan. 2 is Full Horse for Ryan Guy. 3, Sunshine Love is scratched for Get Your License Liam for William Waugh. 5, Time to Dancing, Stéphane Pouliot. 6, Carson Star Choice, Guy Gagnon. 7, Early Action is scratched. They're on the turn. Monty's Gone Marble and Full Horse, a little behind the others. Tight lines on Carson Star Choice, clearly eager to make his return to the track for Guy Gagnon. They're on the backstretch. They're off and pacing, and speed from the outside. Carson Star Choice is surging ahead early. He's battling Time to Dancing to his immediate inside, and then from the rail, sitting third already, that is Full Horse with some early speed. They're 3 wide, and parting horses, that's Time to Dancing for Stefan Pouliot, who has made front, and he's now out there by just over a length. Full Horse sits second as they wheel past the opening quarter, 28 and 2. They're in single file procession now, coming down the stretch the first time, led by Time to Dancing, stalked by Full Horse. Then it's back to third, Carson Star Choice, following him from fourth. That's Get Your License Liam, and gapping by about 2 at the back of the compact field, Monty's Gone Marble. They're headed around the turn now, approaching the halfway point, and still in charge. Time to Dancing looks comfortable up front as he reaches the half in 59 and 2. He is leading over Full Horse, who is close up in the pocket, followed by a patient Carson Star Choice sitting third for now along the pylons. Fourth, that is Get Your License Liam, and gaining ground for Johnny Mack at the back and looking to come first over now from fifth. That is Monty's Gone Marble. They reach 3/4 in 1:29 and 2, and still having things his way on the lead. That's Time to Dancing. Things are about to change quickly as Full Horse has left the pocket, and Carson Star Choice turning it on for the stretch drive. Time to Dancing, his lead is under siege. Here comes a Full Horse, full of pace, charging down the stretch for Ryan Guy. Full Horse is going to edge out Time to Dancing, finishing third, Carson Star Choice ahead of Get Your License Liam, 1:58 and 3. We have the rundown for the third qualifier this Saturday morning. Number 1, Monty's Gone Marble, finished 5th. 2, Full Horse was the winner of the qualifier. He's a 5-year-old bay gelding by Better's Delight out of Lady Be Great. Trained by Catherine Gerard, catch driven by Ryan Guy. Full Horse owned by Cozen Farms. And that was his first on-track appearance in a charted mile since he was scratched due to weather, July 7th at Rideau. Welcome back, Full Horse. The 3, Sunshine Love, was scratched. 4, Get Your License Liam, finished 4th. 5, Time to Dancing, finished 2nd for Stefan Pouliot. 6, Carson Star Choice was 3rd for Guy Gagnon. And 7, Early Action was scratched. From the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 5-1, scratch, 4-2-3, scratch. The fractions were 28 and 2 to the quarter, 59 and 2 at the half, 129 and 2 at 3/4, 158 and 3 the winning time for Full Horse. That's our fastest qualifier so far this morning. We have 6 more to go. in our third card of qualifiers so far this season at Rideau Carleton. The track crew doing an excellent job out there this morning. As we do have warming temperatures, it was 3 degrees Celsius last time I checked, and the track holding up well. The Pacers are coming on track for our fourth qualifier of the morning. The only changes in this qualifier are 2 driver changes. On the 3, major motion, change the driver from Kyle Forgy to Michel Legasse on number 3, major motion. And the 4, Woodmere Gaelic, change the driver from Guy Gagnon to William Moy on number 4, Woodmere Gaelic. No other changes in this field of 7 male pacers. Just to introduce you to the field, the 1 is Scandia Hannibal. He's the only 3-year-old in the field, a sports rider colt, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Guy Gagnon. He qualified here March 8th, finishing 4th for Guy Gagnon. This is his 3rd consecutive qualifier as he prepares for his first start of the season. The 2 is RJ's Super Freak, trained by Eric Lafleur, driven by Marie-Claude Auger. This one coming back, making his debut qualifier of the season after wrapping up last season at Woodbine Mohawk Park, following a string of 3 wins here at Rideau Carleton for Marie-Claude Auger back in the bike today. The 3, major motion, as mentioned, as a driver change. Michel Legasse will drive the Jennifer McBride trained major motion. He hasn't raced or qualified since August 18th of last year at this track. He went winless last season, and this is his 2025 comeback. For his Woodmere Gaelic, note the driver change to William Waugh. He was a four-time winner last season and ended the year with a couple of tries at Woodbine Mohawk Park, finishing fourth there for James McDonald on December 28th. He hasn't raced or qualified since then, so this is his first charted mile since last season for the 4 Woodmere Gaelic. 5 is 88 Fingers Louie for trainer-driver Ryan Guy. And he ended last year with a couple of scratches, first due to weather, then due to illness. So this is his first mile qualifier or race this season, 88 Fingers Louie. The 6, Saskabush Steve, trained by Alain Martin, driven by Stéphane Pouliot, has not raced or qualified since August 4th of last year. He did have one win last season. Known for his late speed, this is his first 2025 qualifier for the 6, Saskabush Steve. And on the outside 7, Always Your Way for trainer Jamie Johnson, has John McMillan in the bike, possibly the most versatile horseman at Rideau Carleton. He called our first qualifiers of the season at the start of March, and now he's qualifying horses today. He's in the bike on the 7, Always Your Way, making his seasonal return after ending the year with a 4th place finish at Rideau Carleton December 15th. I've been told that the AGCO judges still determining a variant for today's qualifiers. It's at least 3 seconds for the variant. That's what we had on March 8th as well, a good track with a 3-second variant. They're going to be lining up here for the 4th momentarily. The starter has called the pacers. They're lining up now. 1 is the 3-year-old Scandia Hannibal for Guy Gagnon. 2, RJ's Super Freak, Marie-Claude Auger. 3, Major Motion for Michel Legacy. 4, Woodmere Gaelic, William Waugh. 5, 88 Fingers Louie, Ryan Guy. 6, Saskabush Steve, Stéphane Pouliot. And the 7 is Always Your Way for John McMillan. They're on the turn. They're lined up for the start. Saskabush Steve, a little behind the others, as is Always Your Way as they approach the start. They're off and pacing. That's RJ's Super Freak for Marie-Claude Auger, who looked to grab the early lead, but Scandia Hannibal says no way and takes charge for Guy Gagnon. That's Scandia Hannibal parking RJ's Super Freak, who was first over in second and now pulling ahead by a half length to take the lead away from Scandia Hannibal, who is second just ahead of Woodmere Gaelic. Then it's about 3 lengths back to 4th, Major Motion. Following at that point, they headed past the opening quarter in 29 and 1 with 3 different groups of horses. Separation between them. RJ's Super Freak leading by about 1.5 lengths over Scandia Hannibal, and then it's Woodmere Gaelic, a gap of 3 back to 4th for Major Motion, followed by 88 Fingers Louie, Tightening up at the back of the field now, Saskabush Steve and trailer Always Your Way. As they're circling towards the halfway point, they're single file and still led by RJ's Super Freak, 59 and 3, a 30 and 2 breather there in the second panel for the leader. Freewheeling up front ahead of pocket sitting Scandia Hannibal. That's about to change on the backstretch as Woodmere Gaelic and William Waugh move up alongside and challenge. They're up to the sulky now in second outside of RJ's Super Freak as Scandia Hannibal remains in the pocket, sitting third. It's about a 7-length gap back now to the advancing move of 88 Fingers Louie, but he's only up into fourth. They went by 3/4, 129 and 2, and leading the way, charging for home now. Up front, that is the 2, RJ's Super Freak, having put away the charge of Woodmere Gaelic. It's a confident 2-length lead for RJ's Super Freak. Second, Scandia Hannibal ahead of Woodmere Gaelic, and 88 Fingers Louie closed for fourth, 158 and 3. We have the rundown now for qualifier number 4. The 1, Scandia Hannibal, was second for Guy Gagnon. 2, RJ's Super Freak won the qualifier for driver Marie-Claude Auger, trainer Eric Lafleur. RJ's Super Freak, a 5-year-old bay gelding by Luck Be With You out of Promised Place, owned by Eric Lafleur with Michel Blais. 3, Major Motion was 7th. 4, Woodmere Gaelic was 3rd for catch driver William Waugh. 5, 88 Fingers Louie finished 4th. 6, Saskabush Steve was 6th. And 7, Always Your Way, 5th. From the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 2-1, 7-3, 4-6-5. The fractions were 29 and 1 to the quarter, 59 and 3 to the half, 129 and 2 at 3/4, 158 and 3. The winning mile for number 2, RJ's Super Freak. Again, the track condition, at least a 3-second variant, likely rated good at the moment. Qualifier number 5 coming up next. We are on the pace. There were no changes in upcoming qualifier number 5. It's a field of 8 male pacers. And because we're not doing formal post parades, I'll introduce you to the field. The one is Midnight Mood for trainer Jamie Johnson. John McMillan driving this 7-year-old, making his seasonal debut. He was a winner at Rideau Carleton back on December 15th. The 2, no sport pun intended, will qualify without Lasix for Ryan Guy and trainer Mike Armstrong. He qualified here March 8th, finishing 3rd for Ryan Guy. 3 is Prospectors Gold, who did race here September 15th of last year, finishing 4th. No action since then for the Mandy Archer trainee. Guy Gagnon will drive as he makes his first qualifier of 2025. The 4 is Persistent Boy for trainer Guy Waugh, driver William Waugh. He ended 2024 on a high note with a win on December 15th for William Waugh. The 5 is Dr. Mickey, who will qualify without Lasix for trainer-driver Paul Laframboise, issued a temporary license for today's qualifiers. 6 is Rockin' My Dream, also qualifying without Lasix for trainer Alain Martin, driver Stéphane Pouliot. Rockin' My Dream was scratched sick on December 15th, and this is his seasonal return, his first charted mile of 2025. 7 is Quan Blue Chip, qualifying without Lasix for the 2024 Colville Cup driving champion, Jeff Taylor, who also trains. Quan Blue Chip may sound familiar to those watching and wagering on Woodbine Mohawk Park. He's made 7 starts already this season at Mohawk, finishing 5th in his most recent February 27th. This is his debut for Jeff Taylor. And the 8 is Tiganello for trainer-driver Michel Legasse. He was a winner 2 starts back, February 6th at Flamborough for Samuel Filion. Tiganello racing at Flamborough in his last 4 tries and starting the season at Woodbine Mohawk Park after a winning qualifier January 4th at Flamborough. So that's your field of 8 male pacers for upcoming qualifier number 5. They're lining up now behind the gate for qualifier number 5. 1 is Midnight Mood for John McMillan. 2, No Sport Pun Intended, Ryan Guy. 3, Prospector's Gold, Guy Gagnon. 4, Persistent Boy, William Waugh. 5, Dr. Mickey, Paula Framboise. 6, Rockin' My Dream, Stefan Pouliot. 7, Quan Blue Chip, Jeff Taylor. And on the outside, 8, Tiganello, Michel Legasse. They're on the turn. The outside trio, a little late to catch the gate. As they turn onto the backstretch, Quan Blue Chip gapping, the rest all on gate for the start. They're off and pacing, and between horses, Prospector's Gold for Guy Gagnon making front early. He is chased on the outside by Rockin' My Dream and circled by a very eager Tiganello in line to Michel Legasse, quickly putting the rest in the rear view mirror, opening up by about 5 lengths. That's Tiganello up front all alone en route to the opening quarter. Next closest, Prospector's Gold, followed by Rockin' My Dream. 27 flat, the opening panel for a fired up Tiganello leading down the stretch as the field comes by the grandstand. The first time sitting second, Prospector's Gold. Third is Rockin' My Dream. Then fourth, it's No Sport Pun Intended. Stepping out to come first over out of fifth, that's Persistent Boy as they are chasing the time trialing Tiganello up front with a breakaway lead, 56-2. He passes the halfway point with a good 10-length advantage over Prospector's Gold. Following from third on the inside, Rockin' My Dream. That has changed now as third is claimed by the advancing first over Persistent Boy, dropping back to fourth. Rockin' My Dream outside gapping cover, moving up into fourth now. That is No Sport Pun Intended. Following him from fifth on the inside, Rockin' My Dream, 126-1. The clocking to 3/4. The lead is still a sizable one for Tiganello. He's charging for home and getting hunted down quickly by an advancing Persistent Boy down the center of the track. He's coming after Tiganello. It's going to be Tiganello, Persistent Boy, followed by Prospector's Gold, and then No Sport Pun Intended, 157-1. We have the rundown for qualifier number 5. 1, Midnight Mood, finished 8th. 2, No Sport Pun Intended, was 4th. 3, Prospector's Gold, finished 3rd for driver Guy Gagnon. 4, Persistent Boy, was 2nd for driver William Waugh. 5, Dr. Mickey, finished 5th. 6, Rockin' My Dream was 7th. 7, Quan Blue Chip finished 6th. And the winner of qualifier number 5 was number 8, Tiganello. Trained and driven by Michel Legasse, owned by Les Écuries Saint-Thomas Incorporé, and Charles Borromée. Tiganello, a 5-year-old bay gelding by All Bets Off out of Party Beach. From the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 8-4-3-2-5-7-6-1. The fractions were 27 flat to the opening quarter, 56 and 2 at the half, 126 and 1 at 3/4, 157 and 1. The winning mile for Tiganello. That's our fastest qualifier so far this morning. Trotters are coming up again in qualifier number 6 of 9. They'll be coming on track soon. Again, for those of you just joining us, thanks for watching the Rideau Carleton qualifiers. Our parimutuel season kicks off on Sunday, March 23rd, 6:30 p.m. We're carried on Horseplayer Interactive across Canada and fine advanced deposit wagering services across North America. Looking at this field in qualifier number 6, the one is Gold Dealer. She is one of the 5 3-year-old trotters going behind the gate here. Gold Dealer, a 3-year-old wheelin' and dealin' filly who only has one previous charted line. She qualified finishing 3rd here at Rideau Carleton back on June 27th. She's trained and driven today by Mike Armstrong. That's the one, Gold Dealer. The 2, Diara, another 3-year-old filly. This one by Muscle Mass, making her seasonal return for trainer Catherine Girard. She's driven by Paul Laframboise. Her last start was August 25th at Trois-Rivières in a stake where she broke stride, finishing 8th. So this is a fresh start in her first qualifier of the season. The 3 is the 3-year-old Green Manalishi gelding, Flash Me Some Green, who made 6 starts last year. The most recent, September 22nd at Rideau Carleton, for the returning Marie-Claude Auger and trainer Benoit Ibert. The 4 is Howmac Glider, a 3-year-old Muscle Mass filly, trained by Vic Putty. Note the driver change from William Watt to Ryan Guy on the 4 Howmac Glider, who made 8 starts last season. Howmac Glider has already qualified twice this year at Rideau Carleton, finishing 3rd on March 1st and then finishing 5th on March 8th. The 5 is D.A. Alexander, who was a late addition to the qualifiers here on March 8th, finishing 4th by 11 3/4 lengths for returning driver Guy Gagnon. Jamie Copley is the trainer, and D.A. Alexander, a 3-year-old gelding by Green Manalishi. No starts this season. He made 3 of them last year at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The 6 is MVP's daughter for trainer-driver Jerome Lombard. 5 wins last year, including a lifetime best, 155 and 2 at Woodbine Mohawk Park. She has raced as recently as December 13th at Mohawk when she finished 5th as beaten favorite for Austin Sorey. This is her first qualifier since December 13th. In fact, her first charted mile of the season for the 4-year-old My MVP mare. And completing this field in qualifier number 6 is the 7, Swan Diego, who will qualify without Lasix, for trainer Vic Putty and driver William Waugh. His last start was January 11th at Flamborough, finishing 5th for driver Paul McKenzie. Just one win last year, but it was at Woodbine Mohawk Park in 156 flat for Swan Diego. They're going to be lining up shortly for the 6th qualifier. The only change here is a driver change on 4, Howmac Glider from William Waugh to Ryan Guy. The starter has called the Trotters for qualifier number 6 of 9 this Saturday at Rideau Carleton. 1 is Gold Dealer, Mike Armstrong driving. 2, Diara for Paul Laframboise. 3, Flash Me Some Green, Marie-Claude Auger. 4, Howmac Glider for catch driver Ryan Guy. 5, D.A. Alexander, Guy Gagnon in the bike. 6, MVP's daughter, Jerome Lombard. And on the outside, 7, Swan Diego, William Waugh. They're lining up. Flash Me Some Green and MVP's daughter, a couple of lengths behind the rest, who are all on the gate, on the turn. They're circling onto the back stretch. And at the back, that's Howmac Glider gapping, slightly approaching the start. They're off and trotting, and a good start for all. On the outside, Swan Diego shows some early speed, but not quite as much as D.A. Alexander, making front first, now being circled as Swan Diego clears to the front for William Waugh. Sitting about 2 lengths back now in second, that's D.A. Alexander, followed in third by Gold Dealer, and then a couple of lengths behind her, that's MVP's Daughter, sitting fourth en route to the opening quarter of 29-1. The trotters are single file, led by Swan Diego and William Waugh with a 3-length advantage. Make that 4 lengths and widening. Second, D.A. Alexander. Third, Gold Dealer. And fourth, MVP's Daughter. It's about 6 lengths back to Diara, following from fifth. First over now out of 6th, that's Flash Me Some Green. And following at the very back of this field as they head around the turn, that is Howmac Glider. They're well spaced out, 59-3, a 30-2 second panel for Swan Diego, who is keeping just ahead of D.A. Alexander, stalking from the pocket, and Gold Dealer, the second-time qualifier, looks good sitting third. Coming first over now out of 4th, that's MVP's Daughter on the move for Jerome Lombard, approaching 3/4. It's a good 7 lengths back to 5th, where you'll find Flash Me Some Green. Second over and gapping cover, that's Howmac Glider getting underway. And at the very back, Diara, 1:30 2 3/4. Swan Diego trying to see this through on the front end. Hunting him down, though, that's D.A. Alexander, widest of all. Look at MVP's Daughter. She's charging to the wire, but not going to catch Swan Diego, who prevails in 2:01-2 over MVP's Daughter. And then it's back to D.A. Alexander, third. We have the rundown for qualifier number 6. 1, Gold Dealer, finished 4th. 2, Diara was 7th. 3, Flash Me Some Green, 5th. 4, Howmac Glider, 6th. 5, D.A. Alexander, finished 3rd for Guy Gagnon. 6, MVP's Daughter, closed for 2nd for Jerome Lombard. And the winner of qualifier number 6 from post 7, Swan Diego. Swan Diego was 7-year-old brown gelding by Swan for All out of Lakeview Fest, trained by Vic Putty, driven by William Waugh, owned by Limco Incorporated. He's made 2 starts this season, Woodbine Mohawk Park and Flamborough Downs back in January. This is his first qualifier of the year and his first charted mile at Rideau Carleton. For winner number 7, Swan Diego. The fractions 29 and 1 to the quarter, 59 and 3 at the half, 130 and 3 at 3/4, 201 and 2. The winning mile for Swan Diego. For those of you following Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Ottawa on social media, it was a nice announcement this week. I'm quoting from the message that appeared on Twitter or X this week. Rising from the ashes, stronger than ever. Our paddock is rising again just in time for the opening of Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Ottawa later this year. We're building for the future, bigger, better, and ready to rock. Stay tuned for updates. Great news about the Rideau Carleton paddock. As the Pacers are coming on track for the 7th of 9 qualifiers today, I'll introduce you to the group. We are not doing post parades in a formal way. The one is Perfect Dalliance, owned and trained by Kathy McBride. Note there was a driver change from Kyle Forgy to William Waugh on the one, Perfect Dalliance, who last raced on May 9th. She was a vet scratch lame that day. but she's had some time off since then. This is her first qualifier of 2025. 2 is a Sailor's Delight, who last raced here November 24th of last year, finishing 6th. A Sailor's Delight has been inactive on track since then. This is her first qualifier of 2025 for trainer Brian Gibson and driver Ryan Guy. There is a 3-year-old filly in the field, a 3-year-old Better's Delight filly, Amicable Hanover. She's making her first ever qualifier for trainer Mandy Archer. And note, there is a driver change from Guy Gagnon to Robbie Robinson on the 3 Amicable Hanover. The 4 Lady Smith will qualify without Lasix for her owner, trainer, driver, Michelle Legasse. She has been racing through the winter break, most recently February 23rd at Flamborough, getting caught on the outside and finishing 8th that mile for driver Samuel Fillion. She had 2 wins last season, though. Lady Smith qualifying after going winless in 8 starts so far this year. The 5 is Anna's Wish, trained by Robert Bernicki, driven by Marie-Claude Auger today. She has been on the shelf since December 7th, when she was a vet scratch sick at Woodbine Mohawk Park. A very strong season in 2024 for Anna's Wish, a 151-2 winner at the Meadowlands. That just one of her 9 seasonal victories. On the outside in qualifier number 7 is a 6 Beach Journey, qualifying without Lasix for trainer driver Guy Gagnon. A familiar face among the good mares here at Rideau Carleton. Beach Journey won 10 of 31 last year. Front end loving mare who went out on a high note, winning gate to wire here December 15th for the 2024 O'Brien Award of Horsemanship winner Guy Gagnon. The starter has called the pacing fillies and mares for qualifier number 7. They're lining up now. Beach Journey already on the gate. From the inside out, they are the 1, Perfect Dalliance for catch driver William Waugh. 2, A Sailor's Delight, Ryan Guy. 3, the first-time qualifier, Amicable Hanover for catch driver Robbie Robinson. 4, Lady Smith, Michelle Legasse. 5, Anna's Wish, Marie-Claude Auger. And 6, Beach Journey, Guy Gagnon. They're on the turn. They're lined up and headed onto the Rideau Carleton backstretch, approaching the start for qualifier number 7. They're off and pacing, dropping to last early Amicable Hanover and moving to the earliest lead, Perfect Dalliance. She's being challenged on the outside by a first over Beach Journey, advancing quickly for Guy Gagnon to make front. That is Perfect Dalliance now in the pocket, leaving an uncovered Anna's Wish, moving on to settle 3rd ahead of 4th place Lady Smith. Then it's a gap of about 2 back to A Sailor's Delight, and trailing the field, the first-time qualifier, Amicable Hanover. 28 and 4, the clocking as the mares and 1 filly move in single file procession towards the tote board, led by Beach Journey and Guy Gagnon. And sitting second, Perfect Dalliance. It's a couple of lengths back to third for Anna's Wish. Following her, Ladysmith. Then it's about 2 lengths back to second last. A Sailor's Delight. The Chestnut is there, followed at the back of this field by Amicable Hanover. They are strung out except for the top couple who went by the half in a leisurely 1 minute and 4/5. Well rated on the front end. Beach Journey sitting second. Perfect Dalliance within range for William Waugh. Then gapping slightly, about a length and a half back in third, that's Anna's Wish. And following her by about the same margin in fourth, Ladysmith. Following that one, it's still a 3-length gap to a Sailor's Delight. And trailing Amicable Hanover, 131 flat to 3/4, and underway now from the back of the field. A first over move from Amicable Hanover, the 3-year-old, and stepping out from third, that's Anna's Wish, showing late pace and looking to hunt down Beach Journey. Beach Journey, though, under relaxed handling by Guy Gagnon, soars to another win. Ahead of Anna's Wish, finishing third was Perfect Dalliance. Ladysmith up for fourth, 2 minutes and 3/5. We have the rundown for qualifier number 7 over the good track with the variable still under discussion by the AGCO racing officials. At least 3 seconds is what I was informed earlier. From the top down, the 1, Perfect Dalliance, finished third for catch driver William Waugh. The 2, A Sailor's Delight, was 5th. 3, Amicable Hanover, was 6th for Robbie Robinson, who catch drove. 4, Ladysmith was 4th. 5, Anna's Wish, finished 2nd for Marie-Claude Auger. And the winner of qualifier number 7 was the 6, Beach Journey, qualifying without Lasix for trainer-driver Guy Gagnon. Beach Journey is a 9-year-old bay mare by Net 10 EOM out of Diva du Jour, owned by Accurie Guy Gagnon, incorporated with Frederic Gagnon. From the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 3, 5, 6, 4, 2, 1. The fractions were 28 and 4 to the quarter, 1 minute and 4/5 at the half, 131 flat at 3/4, 2 minutes and 3/5, the winning mile for Beach Journey. Only 2 more qualifiers this morning. Coming up, number 8 on the pace. It's 3- and 4-year-old male pacers. We'll introduce you to them now. The one is Strange Addiction. He's a 3-year-old tall, dark stranger colt. Qualifying for the second time. He did qualify here March 8th. Actually, he was listed to qualify for Mandy Archer, his trainer, but had to be scratched. He was a late scratch, vet scratch lame, but he's back here. The one, Strange Addiction, so this will be his qualifying debut for Mandy Archer. And note the driver change from Guy Gagnon to Stéphane Pouliot on the one. 2 is Better's Zone. He's a 3-year-old gelding by Better's Delight, trained by Vic Putty, driven by William Waugh. He has a string of qualifiers, some of them last season at a variety of tracks. This year, he's qualified at Rideau Carleton March 1st and 8th and has shown improvement. He finished 5th March 8th behind Sports Activator, individually timed in 2:04 and 3. So showing improvement. That's a 2, Better's Zone. The 3 is 'Cause I'm Doc, a 3-year-old McWicked colt, trained by Catherine Girard, driven by Paul Laframboise. 'Cause I'm Doc raced in Quebec Stakes last year. He's still a maiden, but did hit the board in 3 of 5 starts at age 2 and has been inactive on track since September 8th, when he finished 5th for driver Dan Dubé in a stake at Hippodrome 3R. $55,000 final. So 'Cause I'm Doc, making his first appearance in a charted mile this season. The 4 is Sundance Leo, 4-year-old gelding. He qualified here on March 8th, but made a couple of late breaks. He's trained by Ariane Girard, driven by Marie-Claude Auger, and had 2 wins last season. The 5 is Logan Behold, a 4-year-old gelding, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Guy Gagnon. He won on the front end by 1.5 lengths, timed in 1:57 and 4 in his March 8th Rideau qualifier. There was a 3-second variant there as well, so an impressive qualifying effort for Logan Behold. He had also qualified here March 1st and won on the front end for Jeff Taylor on that occasion in 2 minutes and 2/5 with a 4-second variant on a snowy track. So Logan Behold, an Ontario Sire Stakes starter last season with 5 wins in 2024, looking like he could be in for a good year based on his first couple of qualifiers so far this season at Rideau Carleton. He's got post 5 here. The 6 is Sports Activator for trainer Mike Armstrong. Ryan Guy is driving the 4-year-old stallion. He qualified here, winning in going away style March 8th over the good track with the 3-second variant, timed in 2:01 and 1 for the returning Ryan Guy. 7 wins last season, including a lifetime best 151 and 2 for Sports Activator, taken at Mohawk last year. This is his 2nd seasonal qualifier. No starts so far this year for Sports Activator. On the outside, from post 7, Mick Wicked Time will qualify without Lasix. He's a 4-year-old stallion, trained and driven by Robbie Robinson. He was second over the snowy track with the 4-second variant, March 1st in the Rideau qualifier. Second to Shotgun Jerry with the returning Robbie Robinson in the bike. 2 wins last season for Mick Wicked-Time, who took his mark at Mohawk, 1:51 and 2. They'll be lining up shortly for qualifier number 8. The only change here is the driver change on the 1, Strange Addiction, going from Guy Gagnon to Stéphane Pouliot. Would like to thank everyone who is making today's qualifiers possible, all the horse people, racing officials, and Rideau Carleton staff, and all of you watching online or on track. Just another reminder, we'll be returning to live racing, the start of our 2025 parimutuel meet on Sunday, March 23rd, 6:30 p.m. post time here at Rideau Carleton. Watch for race night specials at Mr. Lucky's restaurant in the grandstand upstairs with the best views of the on-track action. And you can wager right there while enjoying your meal or snack at Mr. Lucky's. And the starter has called the pacers for qualifier number 8. 1 is Strange Addiction. Stéphane Pouliot gets the catch drive. 2, Better Zone, William Waugh. 3, Kazime Doc, Paul Laframboise. 4, Sundance Leo, Marie-Claude Auger. 5, Logan Behold, Guy Gagnon. 6, Sports Activator, Ryan Guy. And on the outside is 7, Mick Wicked-Time, Robbie Robinson. On the run early, Strange Addiction seems to have settled back onto the pace. Just a momentary break. He's all good now and lining up with the rest of this field on the turn. They're turning on the backstretch, approaching the start. Strange Addiction, a couple of lengths behind the others. They're off and pacing and moving from between horses. Logan Behold and Guy Gagnon hold the earliest lead on their outside up to the sulky wheel. That's Sports Activator. And an early move there from Mick Wicked-Time seems to have been put on pause as he's taken back to sit third along the pylons, just ahead of 4th place. Sundance Leo in the early going. Following them, single file 5th, Better's Zone. And further back, we've got Kazime Doc and Strange Addiction, 28 and 2 past the opening quarter. They're in single file order, rather evenly spaced, with Logan Behold leading the way for Guy Gagnon. sitting second, Sports Activator. Third, McWicked Time. Fourth, Sundance Leo. Looking to step out first over now for William Waugh. Moving from fifth, that is Better's Zone getting underway at the back of the field. 'Cause I'm Doc and the trailer gapping by about 3. Strange Addiction. They went by the half in 1 minute even, and on top, still unchallenged since getting there. That's Logan Behold freewheeling for Guy Gagnon. Now he's got company though. McWicked Time draws alongside, matches strides, and he is putting a beating on Logan Behold. He is testing him now, approaching 3/4 as they reach that point together in 1:28 and 4. On the outside, pushing on McWicked Time, but fighting back from the inside. Logan Behold just watching the action from third. Sports Activator, they turn for home, and it's a battle underway as Sports Activator seeks the inside path and trying to maintain his front end advantage. That's Logan Behold getting the victory over McWicked Time. Then it's back to Sports Activator and Sundance Leo, 1:57 and 2. We have the rundown now from qualifier number 8. 1, Strange Addiction finished 7th. 2, Better's Zone was 6th. 3, 'Cause I'm Doc finished 5th with a broken Buxton. 4, Sundance Leo was 4th. 5, Logan Behold, the winner of qualifier number 8. For trainer Mandy Archer, driver Guy Gagnon, owner Kimberly Eden with co-owner Jamie Copley. Logan Behold, a 4-year-old bay gelding by All Bets Off out of St. Lad's Peeper, has made 3 qualifiers at Rideau Carleton so far this season, winning all 3 at this point. The 6, Sports Activator, was 3rd for Ryan Guy, and the 7, McWicked Time, closed for 2nd for Robbie Robinson. From the top down, your qualifying sheet for qualifier number 8 should read 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. The fractions were 28 and 2 to the quarter, 1 minute flat at the half, 128 and 4 at 3/4, 157 and 2, the winning mile for the 5, Logan Behold. The AGCO judges have also informed me that in qualifier number 7, the 1, Perfect Dalliance, who finished 3rd for catch driver William Waugh, lost her left front shoe during the mile. Perfect Dalliance finished 3rd despite the lost shoe in qualifier number 7, won by Beach Journey. Our last qualifier of the day is coming up next on the pace. These are male pacers with 2 3-year-olds who draw inside. We'll give you a quick introduction as they come on track. The 1 is Income Approach, trained by Mandy Archer. Note the driver change from Guy Gagnon to Robbie Robinson. Income Approach raced in the Maritimes last season, winning 4 of 9 starts and taking on some very strong company in the Maritime Stakes. The 2 is Arson Sealstar, trained by Mandy Archer, driven by Guy Gagnon. Another 3-year-old. He's a 3-year-old sports rider gelding. Arson Sealstar qualified, finishing 2nd by 3 1/4 lengths for Guy Gagnon at Rideau Carleton on March 8th. Timed in 2:01 and 4. 1 win last season for Arson Sealstar. Three is Woodmere Armour. He's a 4-year-old gelding. 2 wins last season. He came up late in the year from Charlottetown to Rideau Carleton, where he finished 3rd with broken equipment for Pascal Berube in his last start of the year, December 15th. And this is his reappearance for 2025, the first qualifier of the season for Woodmere Armour. Stéphane Pouliot driving for Alain Martin. 4 is Bad Apple, the 4-year-old, trained by Benoit Hébert, driven by Marie-Claude Auger. Went winless last season in 23 starts, but he was quite competitive and always in the hunt. He hasn't raced since December 8th, when he was 3rd to Probert's Legacy here at Rideau Carleton. And this is his first qualifier of the year. The 5 Skylar will qualify without Lasix for trainer Vic Putty, driver William Waugh, a 9-time winner from 51 starts last year. Schuyler has turned in 2 qualifying miles at Rideau Carleton so far in 2025. He broke early and was a distance third on March 1st and improved on March 8th to finish fourth by 6 3/4 lengths for William Waugh on March 8th behind winner Stonebridge Hermes. This is his 3rd consecutive qualifier as he awaits opening day at Rideau Carleton. Parimutuel action coming back here the evening of Sunday, March 23rd, 6:30 p.m. Also losing Lasix here is the 6, Ladyford Dollar. Trained and driven by John McMillan. It's great to see him in the bike here today. He was on the mic on March 1st calling the qualifiers, and now to be driving in them. That's something to be praised. Ladyford Dollar, a 6-time winner last year from 34 starts. Coming in after racing most recently at Northfield Park, February 2nd, finishing 6th. Ladyford Dollar making a debut here at Rideau Carleton, I believe. And the 7 is Sunchip racing. He's qualifying, I should say, without Lasix for Mike Armstrong. Ryan Guy driving this 2-time winner who has the outside post here. They're lining up now for qualifier number 9 on the pace. Once again, the 1 is Income Approach for Robbie Robinson, 2 Arson Sealster, Guy Gagnon, 3 Woodmere Armour, Stéphane Pouliot, 4 Bad Apple, Marie-Claude Auger, 5 Schuyler, William Waugh, 6 Ladyford Dollar, John McMillan, and the 7 is Sunchip, Ryan Guy. Sunchip is lagging behind the others right now. The rest are behind the gate on the turn. Sunchip is catching up. The field of 7 is all lined up for our 9th and final qualifier of the day. Thanks for joining us. They're on the backstretch. They're off and pacing with Arson Sealster and Guy Gagnon seeking the front and saying no way. That is Schuyler and William Waugh, who are taking a front-end approach this time and under immediate threat on the outside from Sunchip. First over in 2nd, sitting 3rd along the pylons. That's Income Approach. Following 4th now, taking back to sit along the pylons under tight lines. Arson Sealster as they head past the opening quarter in a brisk 28 seconds flat. They're led down the stretch now by Sunchip, who is landed on the lead for Ryan Guy, just ahead of pocket-sitting Schuyler. First over now, Income Approach, moving briskly for Robbie Robinson to take charge, and following his cover, second over at a 4th, Arson Sealster underway. Ladyford Dollar and John McMillan are sitting 5th at the moment on the inside, and at the back of this field, it's Woodmere Armour, and the trailer to the opening half is Bad Apple, 58 and 2, a 30 and 2 second panel there as we have another leader, Income Approach, in charge. The 3-year-old state treasurer gelding leading the way, but for how long? He's got a challenger. Schuyler for William Waugh up alongside and making another move, sitting 3rd, Sunchip. Then it's a gap of 4 lengths back to 4th place. Arson Sealster, another gap of about 3 lengths back to the advancing Woodmere Armour, who moves into 5th and trying to get underway from the back of the field now. Bad Apple, they are turning for home. They went by 3/4 in 1:28 and 2 some time back and trying to see this through on the front end now. It's a powerful looking Schuyler opening up by at least 6 lengths for William Waugh. Holding on for 2nd, Sunchip ahead of Arson Sealster and Income Approach, 1:57 and 3. . And we have the qualifier number 9 rundown for you now. 1, Income Approach finished 4th. 2, Urson Seelster was 3rd for Guy Gagnon. 3, Woodmere Armour finished 7th. 4, Bad Apple was 5th. 5, Skylar was the winner of qualifier number 9 for trainer Vic Putty, driver William Waugh, owner Linco Incorporated. Skylar's a 9-year-old big gelding by Rock and Image out of Courtster. That's his first qualifying win so far this year of 3 tries. The 6, Lady for Dollar, finished 6th, and the 7, Sunchip, was 2nd for Ryan Guy. From the top down, your qualifying sheet should read 437-5162. Fractions were 28 flat to the quarter, 58 and 2 at the half, 128 and 2 at 3/4, 157 and 3. The winning qualifying mile for the 5, Skylar and William Waugh. And that concludes our Saturday morning qualifiers. Thanks for tuning in or joining us on track. We're back again next Saturday morning, March 22nd, with more qualifiers here at Rideau Carleton. And we invite you to join us in person or online for opening night of the 2025 meet, Sunday, March 23rd, 6:30 p.m., right here in the nation's capital. Thanks again for joining us. We'll be back with you next Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a